Good morning. How are you? My name's Ian.
I'm Lauren.
And together we are Bars and Bells. And today, welcome to the Barre Class. Lauren, get the foot warm up going. Get those shoes on. Get those wiggles out. And then from there, we'll work on strength, grace, balance, and coordination with bar exercises. Lauren's boot scooting boogieing over. Let's get it going.
With a nice balance aid at your side, a chair, a countertop, something to assist you here. Let's gently feel that pull of the foot off the floor. So driving that heel off the floor, engaging the hamstring. Then use the toes calf to point, and then gently let those toes round over. Let's wing the foot out to the side, and then bring it back in underneath. Use the toes to get back to point. Through the ball of the foot, heel connects, that hip extends. Do that same thing on the other side. Feel that pull tension off the floor, knees forward. Then use the toes to point, gently flexing over the toes. Come back to the point, down through the demi, heel connects. Oh, I forgot to wing that foot out. That's okay. Heel connects, hips extend. Now from here, we'll gently press those knees over the toes. Then we'll find a light balance on the toes, put the heels back down, and press through to tall. We'll go up to our first balance, knees towards over toes, heels connect, and then extend those hips, pressing through. From here, let's turn those feet out to that first position and do the same thing. So feel that pull off the floor, inner thigh pointed forward, point to the toes, gently flexing over toes, getting back to the point, the demi, and the heel connects, knee stays straight as the other leg starts to bend to that demi. Then a full point, then a gentle round over, back to the point, through the ball of the foot, heel comes down, hip extends. Let's push down into the floor and find that first balance here, squeezing the glutes, extending the hips, and then keep the knees straight as the heels come down. Now the knees will press towards the toes, the heels will rise, we'll push up to find a balance, and then control down. Nice. Take a second off those balances, shaking it out. We'll do a little forward fold, and then we'll finish with our second position. Gently tucking our chin and rolling ourselves forward. Trying to keep those blades together as we roll and curl forward. Each vertebrae is coming with you. Shift your weight a little bit more to the front of your foot, but keep your heels down and your knees straight. Take a breath in your forward fold. Take a second. And then slowly start pulling and stacking yourself back up tall, engaging the core on the front and the back of your body, all the way to tall. Come back to your bar again, come back to first position, and then gently point a single leg out to the side so that the ball of the foot and the toes are touching. For 5, we're gonna use our toes to point, and then ball of foot. Point, ball of foot. Let's do 3 more. Try to keep that knee nice and straight, inseam facing forward. Last 1. And then we'll place that whole foot down, pull on that leg to press ourselves over, and do the same thing on the other side, from the ball of the foot to point. Ball of foot, point. 3 more. Again, keep that inseam forward, that leg turned out. And last one. And then toe, ball, heel, come down. So now your weight's between 2 feet. Let's drive down to go up, finding that light balance, holding. 3, 2, then our heels will come down. Our knees will pull towards over our toes. We'll leave the floor with the heels, press to tall, knees nice and straight, heels descend. Push out of that foot to transfer your weight, close underneath you, and a little shake out. We'll do 1 more fold, and then we'll move on to something else. We'll also get our core prepared while we're out on this one. Let's telescope, extending that heart chest forward, keeping your spine as long as you can, and then forward flex. We'll walk ourselves out from here into that high plank position. With those hands under the shoulders, gripping the floor, the hips slightly tucked under, the glutes squeezed, pull the floor together underneath you, squeezing your butt, bracing your abs, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, then tip the tailbone to the ceiling, slowly lifting your hips, walking your hands back to where you got them, and then stacking yourself all the way up to tall. Head is last to stack. Take a second. Nice.
Take a second, fix the hair, and get those wiggles out. Let's go to the bar now, with the bar to the side, feet in the first position. Arm to the side or on that hip. From here, we'll plie, pull ourselves down, and follow with our stretch. Then plie, and then stretch. This time, it's that plie with flat feet, then those heels lift, then heels down, connect, and arrive to tall. Next, tendu out, toe ball heel, second position plies. Pull down, press to tall and stretch. Pull yourself low, stretch, perhaps coordinating that arm. And last one, we'll go low, pull up those heels, reset the heels to the floor, full body extend. Tendu again, this time we'll round to the front. Not to overdo the overcross, but you're more than welcome to try that too. And now from fourth, we'll plie. And stretch. And plie. Knees over toes, heels heavy, and stretch. And the last one, heels heavy for as long as they can. Then lift up those heels to get lower. Push the heels down. Full body stretch. Tendu to the front. Pull back to first. And then just switch yourself around and do that same fourth position on the other side. So leg to the side, round to front, toe ball heel. It's a plie followed by our stretch. A plie and stretch. And then full feet for as long as you can. Then lift those heels if available. Then connect the heels, full stretch, tendu to the front, and then back to first with a wiggle. Back to the bar, tendus. We did that little quick tendu out to the front, and we'll repeat that en croix. Flat foot as far as we'll go to the front. Then those demi points, finish with the toes, pull the leg back, pushing the hip forward. Out to the side with a flat foot, then the demi, point, that inseam facing forward, and then pull back in, hips forward. To the back is a small range, flat foot, demi, then toe point, pull, through, and then to the side, flat, demi, point, then pull in. And hold our balance here in that coup de pied position. The toes point down, the knee points to the side, and those hips are pressing forward. Hold for a second, test that balance, and return to our tall position. Turn yourself around, switcheroo as we do, and repeat tendus to the front. A flat foot, the demi point, the point, then press the hip forward, returning the leg back. To the side with a flat foot, then the demi, finish with the point, and pull into tall. Out the back is small, so it's a straight leg always. It's a cue for me and you, and then point out the back again, pulling through, and a flat foot to the side. Squeeze your standing leg butt cheek as you arrive at that point, and pull in and hold our ankle balance for 5 or 4. Squeeze your bum, knee side, toe point down, and then back to that first position. It's time for Lauren to take over for that core on the floor. How are we going to get down?
We're going to fold. We'll gently tuck our chin and start rolling ourselves forward, flexing each vertebrae, keeping stacked. Keep those knees as straight as possible as you roll yourself down. Take a second, breathe. And then we're walking out to our plank position. Tucking those hips under, squeezing the glutes. Let's pull without moving our right hand to our right hip for 3, 2. Then without changing that, any position, pull your left hand to your left hip for 3, 2. Now both hands to the same hips for 3, 2. One more time, right to right, left to left, both to both. Squeeze, breathe, hold. Now pressing forward and back, tilting the tailbone long to the ceiling, lifting the hips up, slowly walking and pressing yourself back to that forward folded position, and then stacking yourself up, one vertebrae at a time. Head is last.
It's bar exercises, it's core exercises, and then those port de bras for the shoulders. Arms in first position for 1 casual rep, shrug the shoulders, and then throughout, keep those shoulder blades low. Then reach the hands to the front. Trace with the eyes as you reach out to the side. and follow that gateway from the side to the first, then back to the front, then open to the side, and then down. And this time we'll go lateral, so check out the hands down low, reach out to that side second, pull those arms back through the front, and down with the head and neck as well. And then last time out to the side. Pull those shoulder blades flush to the rib cage, down, and then octopus arms or skimming or ink, shake it out. Returning to the bar for the extension off, there we go. The extension off of the tendu is the dégagé. Dégagé is off the floor. So follow me to the front for a rep, and then pull. Then side, and pull, and back, and pull, and side. Repeat 2 to the front, and front, side, side, back, straight to the back, and side, and side. Now 3, last set to the front, and front, side, 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 back, back, back. Last 3 to the side, 2 and 3, and then pull up to that ankle, remain on that flat foot, or progress that balance towards that demi-point raise. Use your bar, straighten that knee, the other leg is bent to the side with the toe tip down, hold for a second longer, and then return to your first position. Little pas de chat perhaps, have some fun as you transition, but enjoy that soutenu or that turnaround. And here we go for 1, 2s, and then 3s. Front, side, back, side. Front for 2, again, side and side, back and back, side, side. Now 3, last set, and again, and side. Again, then the back, right out the back with the leg, last 3 to the side, and then on that last one, pull in, find that coup de pied, energy out that eyeball, use that bar, demi-point raise on those straight legs, push those hips forward, hold for a second longer, maybe a second too long for me there, and return to your tall position. All right, Lauren, it's back to the floor.
Excellent. This time, let's do our telescope. So lightly extending or pushing those hips back, that heart chest leads forward, and then we'll fold and round. We'll walk ourselves out and get into a side plank this time. So come all the way down. Elbow directly under that shoulder, maybe even a little bit more, so when we press up, it's stacked. Hips are forward, knees are back in line with those hips and stacked on top. Let's take that top arm and first just pull that cage away from the floor, engaging the obliques of that bottom side. Then, my elbow's on a funny part. Then keep pulling yourself and your rib cage and hips away from the floor. Pressing those hips forward, lifting yourself up towards the sky. Feel that bottom side working hard. If you want a little bit more, extend that top leg. Gently try to lift it off the floor. As you're lifting it, put your hand on your butt cheek, the top one. Can you feel that cheek engage? You're lifting from the cheek versus the front of the hip for 3, 2, then leg will come down. Let's bring the hips down, still trying to lift the rib cage away from the floor, and then relax. Whew. Press that away. We'll do the same thing on the other side with that elbow right underneath the shoulder. Hips forward and stacked. Top arm pulls the rib cage away. Then you keep lifting and pulling those hips up off the floor. Try to keep those hips extended. Take that top leg and straighten it. From here, we'll lift that top leg off the floor, pressing those hips forward, breathing, holding, lifting away for 5, 4, 3, 2, then leg comes down, knee bends, hips find the floor, and then lightly relax out of that. Whew. We'll come to our stomach. If you want to do a push-up, let's do a push-up. So hips and chest at the same time. Then those toes tuck, lifting the hips up into the air, walking the feet to hands or hands to feet, and then stacking yourself to tall.
And once we're tall, it's time for that port de bras. Feet in a first, and then open to that second position. Arms down low. For one repetition, shrug your shoulder blades, but then pull them down so the rib cage and shoulder blades are flush. From here, reach forward, trace with those eyes as you go towards overhead this time, and then open to the side, and then from side back down to first. Then look again, forward, up at those hands. This time, open up to the other side, and then through that second gateway to first. Then look at those hands down low as you reach out to the side. Now pull those armpits low as you bring those hands towards overhead, and then back with control. And last time here, looking lateral out the hand to second, then towards overhead, and then trace with those eyes as it returns down low. You got it. Shake out those arms as well. To the bar.
To the bar.
Working on développés and enveloppés. Let's pull up to the position we've been, and then strike the floor out front and pull back. Then out to the front, to the side, and down. Follow that with a dégagé out to the side, another one, then another one.
4.
4 of them. Now let's go do the développé enveloppé to the back. Knee side to the back. First, back, knee side, down, and dégagé, 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 dégagé. Repeat. Knee side, front, first, front, knee side, down, dégagé, 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 dégagé. Knee side, back, front, back, knee side, down, dégagé, 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 dégagé. Knee side and front. Last one to the front. Knee side, down, dégagé, dégagé, dégagé. Again, knee side, back, front, back, knee side and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Find the ankle, find that knee. And again, progressing our balances. So start with that flat foot, hips are forward, hips are level, knee to the side, hold it, own it, and then return to your tall position. Grapevine, mix it up, hop, skip, and a jump around, same effort, dégagés to the front and back, enveloppé, développés to the front and back, dégagés to the side.
Envelopes.
Knee side, front, first and front. Knee side, down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee side, back, first to back. Knee side, down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee side, front, back and front. Knee side and down, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee side, back, first and back. Knee side, down, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was it. So then find that ankle, challenge yourself towards that retire at the knee, hips forward, knee, side. Awesome arms there, Lauren. Use your bar, challenge yourself without, and then press down, growing nice and tall. But what about those dégagés to the side, Lauren's saying, because I know that's her favorite exercise. Excuse me. Développé, enveloppé, my mistake. So this time we'll be doing développé, enveloppé to the side and follow with a plié. Ready to go, Lauren?
Maybe.
Let's do it. Knee side, strike the side. First to the side. Knee side, down, plié, and stretch. Knee side, point, first, and point. Knee side, down, plié, and stretch. Last time, knee side, strike the side, first, side. Knee side, down, plié,
And
stretch. Then this time, find that retire, stay on that flat foot, or rise those demi-points, keep those hips reaching forward, hold for 1 second longer, and as we can, control that dismount. Nice. Same thing. Slip slide into the other side of things here. Again, we have pliés in the middle, développé, enveloppé to the side. Knee side, side. First and side, knee side, down, plié, stretch. Knee side, side. First and side, knee side, down, plié, and stretch. Knee side and side. First, side, knee, down, plié, stretch, and then climb that leg. Toe points down, knee points side. Drive those demi points down into the ground. Those metatarsal heads of the floor. You're squeezing your bum. Your calf is fired up too. Challenge yourself with your balance, and then return to your first position. Shake it out, back to the floor with Lauren. Folds, hinges. How are we gonna do it?
Yeah, let's hinge this time. So that means we'll add a slight bend to our knees. We'll chop our hips back, feeling that load through the hamstrings and the glute with a nice long spine. And then we'll tip forward, breaking some of those hinging rules, and find the floor to 6 points of contact. That's your 2 hands, your 2 knees, and your 2 feet. Pack your shoulders, tuck under slightly just to brace the core. Without leaving the floor right now, pull your right hand towards your right knee for 3, 2, then do that on your left side for 3, 2. Now do it in X pattern, right hand to left hip, 3, 2, left hand to right hip, 3, 2, and then relax. Either stay on the knees or let's hover them off the floor for added bonus. Pull your right hand to your right hip, 3, 2, left to left, 3, 2, right to left hip, then left to right hip, then all at the same time. Then tipping the tailbone long, pushing forward and back, lifting the hips. Slowly walking the hands towards the feet, and then rolled or unhinge yourself up to tall, depending on where you got to. I unfolded. To tall.
Me too.
Excellent.
Returning to the bar. On the bar, let's get our feet in that first position. Our fondue is a plie on a single leg with a straight leg out the front, and extend those hips through, bringing the leg back. Same thing to the side. Plie on our single leg, out to the side, and hips through, and then to the back. Finish in first, but then one more time out to the side, finishing the en croix and through. Now pull up to the ankle, and it'll be off the floor, same repetitions. To the front on a plie, and then pull the knee side. To the side, just hover off the floor, pull under, and then to the back, return the knee side, and last time to the side, return the leg, low. Now stay there, or for one more time, find retire, and again, that leg stays the same height or even higher as we open up to the side and back of the knee. Then we go to the back, such a challenging one out the back always, knee side, and last time to the side. Now continue that position, the retire, or find that attitude. That standing hip, push it forward, pull into the hip on the elevated leg, hold for a second longer, knee side, and return. Come on, get to the front of the class, Lauren. You're a great example.
Oh,
yes, it should cramp.
That's so hard. It wasn't cramping. It was just tired.
Repeat again.
It's a lot of work.
Start low. Fondue front, hip extend through. Fondue side, hip extend, and then to the back. Hip extend. Now pull up. Oops, you're right, Lauren. To the side and in. Then pull up to the ankle. And then front, stretch knee side. Side. Hips through, to the back, hips through, and last time to the side, at this height anyways. And then climb if you're allowed. And one more time, plie, and that stretch. Out to the side, find the back of the knee, and then straight to the back, through. Last time to the side, finish at the knee. Now stay on the flat foot for now. Hip forward on that inside leg, toes down, challenge that attitude, squeeze your butt cheeks, then return the knee to the side, the foot underneath the hip, and finish in that tall position. We're gonna stay standing for one more moment here before we go one more exercise on the floor. And here, it's the quick stuff. Those dégages, those 8s, 8s, 4s, 4s, 2s, 2s, then 2s, 4s, and 8s as we climb back up. First position with feet, we'll go on the and, 3, 2, 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 8 of these. Now 4, 4, 2, 2, pause, 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 and 2, then 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Woo, on the same page, that one. Thank you very much, Lauren. Great counting. One more time on the floor. Let's do it.
Oh, there's so much work. Whew. One more time on the floor. Well, whew. Roll ourselves down. Trying to curl and stay tight in that foam booth as we roll forward. And then we're going to come out back to that bear position. If you preferred from 6 points with your knees down, do that. If not, let's assume our hover position right now. Feet tucked, shoulders packed, core brace. Stay square to the floor. There's a bowl of water in your back. Try to flick the floor away with your toes, lifting one of the bases of support for 3, 2, switch. Don't tip, don't twist, hold. 3, 2, put it back down. Either stick with your feet or without twisting or dipping, try to lift an arm off the floor. 3,
Can I move my feet?
2, place down. Feet are slightly wider than hips, but not too much wider. Hold and down. Pulling everything together for 3, 2, then tilting the tailbone long, lifting the hips up, slowly walking the hands back to the feet, and then unfolding yourself to tall.
And we're tall. To the bar for one exercise for that stretch and one more for additional strength and burn for the balance. It's that rond de jambe. We'll do 2. Once on the straight leg as you reach to the front, then open side, reach around the back, all the way through to first and then front. Straight legs always, reach to the back next, and open out of those hips to the front and through. This time on the plie, so it's the bend and then stretch. Bring the leg all the way through to the point and then to the back, straight leg, whip around and stretch, and then back to our first position. Let's climb that leg, stay at that retire, find that attitude, and maybe find that demi-point rise with that attitude leg out front. For 4, 3, return the knee side, return to that first position, shake it out. Slide, glide, repeat one more time on the other side. Straight leg rond first to the front, then open and hips stay forward as you reach around through that first gateway to the front. Hips forward, leg back, open locking key to the side, to the front, return to the first. Now plie and stretch, and then bring that leg all the way through, and then plie and stretch to the front and through. Then climb, retire for you, perhaps attitude, drive down on those demi-points if you choose, add a little Don Quixote here, at least that's what I think it is, and then return that knee to the side, find that first position, and a little bit of a shake. We'll stay with the bar. Pull up a single leg to that coup de pied position and work from parallel. 8 repetitions. Let's go knee over toe, hip extend through, demi-point rise, slow it down. Lauren, keep track. That's knee over toe, hip through, straight leg, return. Fingertip on the bar might help, but don't crush it. Use it as an aid versus the necessity. This is rep number 4. We'll extend the hip, find the toe,
Excuse me.
reset. Keep going, or just slow down and take a rep off if the calf is doing too much work. But that's the point. Work that huge balance muscles of the calf and the lower limb.
7.
But don't forget that butt cheek, nor those cores. Keep the ribs stacked over the hips.
8.
For our last one, the hip through. Find the balance, return to the floor. We'll just stay right here. Switch your sides, same effort. Knee front, knee over toe on the standing leg, and hip extend through. Demi-point rise, reset. Knee over toe, extend the hip through. Straight legs always on the raises and down. This is, I think, rep number 3 or 4. Lauren's keeping track.
3.
Nice and slow. Pull down, press forward and up, stiff legs on the balance and down. Knee over toe, extend the hip through. Releve balance, reset. Burning. Challenging. Own the movements till the end. 2 more if I can hear Lauren counting right.
7.
Balance and reset. And the last one, knee over toe. Hip extend through.
8.
Find the balance. Reset. And shake. One more exercise, finishing with a port de bras, and my favorite, that rib roll. Let's get those legs to the first position with the arm in front as well. Moderate chin tuck, then flex the rib cage forward. Rotate to the bar side, in my case it's the right, then up and over, drive the rib cage, actioning on that arm, and then side bend to the back corner. Circle around front and return to tall. Then a moderate chin tuck and the flexion through the rib cage next. Then this time roll away from the bar. Armpits stay low, drive the action through the rib cage, enjoy that side bend stretch, and then circling with control to the front. And a little reset. I haven't done a PK yet today. Have fun in your practice always, but finish with a nice little stretch like in this rib roll. Arm front, moderate chin tuck, flex through the spine. Then rotate towards the bar. Armpits stay low, lifting up and over imaginary hurdles on all sides of the body there, and side bending, and completing that circle, rounding to the front, and establishing tall. Then one more time, a moderate chin tuck and flex. Roll away from the bar. Armpit stays low. Drive up and over, breathing as well. Circling around to the front and finishing to tall. A half-hour practice goes by pretty darn quick, and I always know I feel better in the hips, in the core, for the whole body after practice like this. And we hope you feel the same. 8:15 on Thursdays is when we train live at the bar, and lots of other videos are available in our archive, on our public YouTube channel, as well as in the archives, specifically for those members. So sign up at barsandbells.com/membership, and you too can enjoy the perks like link letters, exclusive content, and more time with Lauren and me. Thank you very much for joining us here today. I'm Ian.
I'm Lauren. Together we're Bars and Bells. We'll take care, train soon, and stay strong. Goodbye.
Yeah. Have a good day.